Here is the shuttle Discovery over the southwestern desert on its way back to the Cape in Florida. Ultimately, Discovery made its way to the Air and Space Museum in the Washington, D.C. area, the most visited of all the Smithsonian museums. Wouldn't it be great if we had a similar, large Air and Space Museum here in the Southwest? A place where children and grown-ups alike can explore the wonders of flight. A different kind of air show that's always in town. But, you say, we already have the Wings Museum in Grapevine, California, plus a number of others. Why do we need another aviation museum? Well, we'll talk numbers later, but a large museum definitely can have a positive impact on the local economy. Another reason simply has to do with space. Many museums must park large airplanes outside, where they are subject to the mercy of the weather. A new museum would provide the indoor space needed for larger aircraft and, at the same time, keep visitors comfortable, regardless of the weather. Education is another reason. Remember taking field trips in school? A major objective of any museum is to provide a learning experience for both kids and adults. Parts of this experience would be to introduce young people to careers in aerospace. These are good jobs in engineering, manufacturing, flight crew, maintenance, and air traffic control, to name just a few. We can never do too much to encourage our kids. And then there are the stories behind great airplanes and spacecraft. Do you recognize one of these company names? Chances are you do if you lived in California for a while. Among these are the companies that helped the United States to be the first to the moon and back, that built the SR-71 Blackbird reconnaissance aircraft, that built the Douglas DC series of airliners, and that modified long-range bombers that helped maintain the Cold War peace. In addition to these great companies, the deserts of California and Nevada have long been home to flight test centers for new aircraft, and now the dawn of private spaceflight has arrived. Wouldn't it be great to honor this legacy and future accomplishments with a spectacular, new Air and Space Museum? A grand museum about flight. Does this old airplane hangar remind you of the last aviation museum you visited? Fortunately, things have changed. New museums are comfortable and have lots of natural light. Here's a view from inside the American Airlines C.R. Smith Museum near Dallas, Texas. Others have striking architecture. When you have a chance, take a look at the Red Bull Hangar 7 website, and you will see an example. New museums also provide space to rent for that special social occasion, a truly unique setting. Let's be honest though, constructing new buildings is only the beginning. Assembling a collection of historic aircraft and space vehicles is more difficult. This process takes years, even decades, and relies considerably on the efforts of volunteers. There is also a bit of luck involved. Not every museum that wanted a space shuttle landed one. So, where in the Southwest would a new museum most likely succeed? Las Vegas is certainly a possibility because of the high number of tourists. And excluding San Diego, which already has a modest-sized museum, there are the San Francisco Bay and Los Angeles Orange County areas. The latter two have the additional advantage of a large resident population. Each of these areas has several sites that may be viable candidates, two of which are shown here. Access to mass transit is something else to consider and is a major reason the Smithsonian was able to host over 8 million visitors. Yes, that was million in 2012. Think about it. What other venue other than a major theme park can boast that kind of attendance? And while the museum doesn't have to be located on an airport, being on or near an active airport provides an additional benefit. An observation area for people to enjoy the real thing. You, the public and civic leaders, are being asked to consider the idea of a large, new air and spaceflight museum. Recognizing that this would be a major undertaking and that financial resources are limited, a discussion is also needed on the best way, perhaps a formal study, to bring interested parties together to agree on a single site.
I'm Bob Swift, the sponsor of this video. Thanks for watching. I welcome your comments and look forward to an ongoing blog discussion on the viability of a large, new Air and Space Museum in one of the 3 areas identified in the video, along with how best to fund such an ambitious project. And, of course, links to the blog and articles in the media are always welcome.